Yes. Hi. A very good evening. Very 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 good evening. अगर अगर मैं आपको बताऊं कि आज मेरा शनिवार किस किस तरीके से गया, right from bloody 8 o'clock in the morning till now, and the way this day is going to end is where we will be hosting a beautiful entrepreneur onto our Safarnaama series. Man, I'm telling you, at the end of 20, 25, or maybe 30 minutes, because there's no way that we can make her stop talking, you will know how Safarnama ensures कि हम एक business entrepreneur की journey को आप तक किस तरीके से लाते हैं. So here is me, Manisha, founder of Bridging Gaps, and shouting out to Salil, who can please come in and be a part of the hosting.
Hi, Manisha. Good evening, all of you. And really sorry that we couldn't start off at the time that we had allocated, but I think the next 30 minutes are going to be dynamite. So
Absolutely.
hold on to your seats and be ready as we get on Michelle Roberts. One tudi, I think how to describe her. To put in one word, it's like she's like a live wire. She's full of life. She's got so much, so much that she wants to do, and she's always like wanting to help others. I mean, she's like something else. So like without wasting any time, I think let's get on Michelle. Hi,
Yes.
Michelle.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for having me on Safarnaama, Manisha and Salil. I'm really looking forward to this.
Great.
So yes.
Great. Wow. Wow. So you are actually on whatever the hot seat, the hot bed. I don't know because I can see a beautiful bed behind
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely.
Yes. So on to you,
Tell me.
So
Manisha.
yeah, so Michelle, there are going to be like a series of questions which we will just keep popping up and we'll keep asking you, and
Okay.
hopefully we will be able to get an insight of how your journey has been. So
Okay.
if I have to ask you, how do you define yourself? What would you say? How does Michelle Robert define herself? What would you say?
Um, if I have to define myself in one word, I
Mm-hmm.
think I define myself as full of life. It's
Wow.
like you said, I live every moment like it's my last.
Mm-hmm.
तो जो करना है अभी करना है. रात को 12 बजे आइसक्रीम खाना है खा लो भैया कल सुबह हो ना हो. So that's
Oh
how
my
it is.
God.
Oh my God.
That's how I am. कि
Uh,
आज के दिन करो जो करना है कल देखी जाएगी. So that's it. I live for the moment and I'm full of life. So that's
uh-huh.
how I would like to define myself.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I wouldn't have expected less of an answer than what you just what you just did. So what has been the the driving force? I mean, how did Salon Michelle happen? I'm sure it was not the it was not the first thing that you did in life. I'm sure you had you had like a very inspiring journey. So what led to to the origin of Salon Michelle?
Um, to start with, Manisha, मुझे hair stylist बनना ही नहीं था. But from the generation I come from, we were never asked कि तुमको करना क्या है बेटा, what is your
Right,
ambition. We were told बेटा तुमको ये करना है. So my
right.
dad was affiliated with Javed Habib. So he said ठीक है बेटा, now I need to make wigs. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Javed said, you send Michelle to Delhi, I'll make a hairdresser out of her. Michelle को किसी ने पूछा नहीं भैया तुमको क्या करना है. I wanted to be a
हाँ.
hair hostess, so तो तेल में गया पानी में गया. So went to Delhi, and Javed's first salon was in
हाँ.
Lokhandwala, and that
हाँ.
salon belonged to my father. Means he was a landlord.
Oh,
So and
okay,
it was his absolute first outlet outside Delhi. Javed Habib,
okay.
and
Yeah.
today he's got like thousands of outlets all over. That was his
हाँ.
Mhm.
first one. So when I
Wow.
went to Delhi to do a course, मैं वो
हाँ.
landlord की बेटी थी. You know what I mean? So how does it matter? कोई मुझे कुछ बोल के दिखाए, तो मुझे मन था तो मैंने क्लास में
किया.
बैठी, नहीं मन था तो नहीं किया, बाहर जाके कॉफी पिया, बंटा पिया, जो किया वो किया.
Oof.
Yeah.
6 महीने का कोर्स था, 5 महीना कुछ भी नहीं किया.
Wow.
But I
Excellent.
was living in Delhi. एंड दिल्ली में मेरा मतलब एक्सेप्ट माय ग्रैंड आंट आई हैड नो फ्रेंड्स नोबडी, तो घर जाके कोई मतलब नहीं था. I used to spend the whole day at the salon and do time pass with Javed, Amjad and the gang. Till one day Javed said, Michelle, we call them models. Actually they are bakras because we end up cutting their hair and we are learning on them. But हम लोग उसको थोड़ा glorified way में model बुलाते हैं. So one model stroke bakra walked in the salon after the academy was closed. And she said, मुझे haircut चाहिए. So Javed said, Michelle is here. Why don't you do it? So I told her, I said, Javed, मैंने डमी के बाल को छोड़ के बाकी किसके बाल काटे नहीं. So he was like, you do it, just उसको मुंडन नहीं करना, leave some space to solve, you know, कि correct कर पाऊँ उतना जगह छोड़ दो. So I did a haircut, straight haircut किया, which was like this. Okay. But
okay.
Javed came and made it like this. But the look on that chick's face, no, Manisha, उसको मतलब she couldn't believe it. See, anybody looks great after a blow dry. Anybody. So वो straight haircut के साथ also she felt कि I am looking like a star. She kept giving me hugs, kisses and smiles and almost मतलब less of crying. वो सब किया उसने. She was so happy कि मतलब wow. And for me, I was looking at her face thinking कि ये मैंने किया. I brought this happiness to her.
Happiness.
And Manisha, that was a turning point in my life. Okay. Totally turning point in my life. I couldn't believe it that this much happiness one single haircut can bring.
True.
And वो भी टेढ़ा वाला haircut जो जावेद ने सीधा किया. That time.
True.
So within 15 days, I completed the 6-month course. Within 15 days, day night. मतलब बाप बहू बेबी कुत्ता बिल्ली सबके बाल काटे मैंने. Everyone. मतलब I would cut hair in the academy. I would go home, catch all the maids, buy Medicare shampoo for them. सबके बाल में जू रहते थे. सबको देती थी मैं Medicare से पहले धो के आ जाओ भैया. And then I would end up cutting their hair. So you won't believe it, Manisha. And the kind of person I am, I have never, from a very young age, except my boyfriends, I don't think I've cheated anyone. Especially not for money. So, you know, I immediately as I finished my course, I used to travel with Javed to teach hairdressing. So that became a part of my career training. So Javed would teach hairdressing, and I had done a course for makeup. So I would do the makeup section in the break, because whole day Javed ka class रहता था तो पूरा दिन he would not be able to teach, right? He needed a breather.
Right.
So that breather was me. So I became, what do you say, a trainer without wanting to be a trainer. And I could not speak very fluent Hindi. Hindi आती ही नहीं थी. So Javed would go on stage and say कि अभी मिशेल lecture देने वाली है, एकदम गोरी लगती है लेकिन उसकी हिंदी बहुत शुद्ध है. आप मानोगे नहीं कि ये हिंदी इतना सुंदर बोलती है. The minute I would open my mouth, 150 people would start laughing. And because obviously I was speaking so badly, my Hindi was so bad. So I learned how to speak Hindi, learned how to give training, 200 people.
Wow.
And I started doing the maids hair. Manisha, my private clients used to be my maids because I used to practice my haircuts on them. And I ended up with Lal Batti ki gaadi coming to pick me up from my house. I have done ministers' wives, Minister of Rural Development, Ministry of Telecom, all their wives would get their hair done by me. And mind you, these are not Habib clients. These are Michelle clients.
Your clients.
Maid, yes. Michelle would do the maid's hair. The maid would go to some madam's hair. मैडम मुझसे बड़े अच्छे बाल काटे, सुनीता भाई आपने कहाँ से काटा, वो लड़की फ्री में काटती है. वो मैडम आती थी, मैडम कहीं तो जाती थी काम करने. एंड दिल्ली में तो हर कुत्ता भी गवर्नमेंट के लिए काम करता है, किधर ना किधर तो गवर्नमेंट रिलेटेड होता है. So they would go work there. उसके बॉस बोलते अरे बड़ा हेयरकट अच्छा हुआ है तुम्हारा, कहाँ से हुआ है, मिशेल के पास. वो जाती थी. End of the day, when it reached the super boss, I had literally लाल बत्ती की गाड़ी coming, and my society people would think कि ये करती क्या है लाल बत्ती का. And I used to feel damn proud कि वो नहीं भी चलाता था ना, वो टै 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 अरे वो जरा बत्ती चला दो. So it used to be my moment of fame and thing.
Right.
So that's how my career started. Then
Wow.
obviously I graduated to Vela, where I was a technical trainer. I used to teach salons how to do hair, and worked with Lakme as I was the head of the creative team plus the media spokesperson for a brand called Hair Next. So I worked there. But coming from a Catholic background, you really don't want to do business. We are very happy doing job. मतलब साल महीने का लाख 1.5 लाख रुपए आ जाता है, और क्या चाहिए लाइफ में, कोई जीरो रिस्क है. See, gujus madus, they are born with business.
Right.
हम my father taught me कि बेटा ये करो तो तुमको job मिल जाएगी. It's like that. So we are not entrepreneurs by birth. So I just
Right.
so then after I finished doing all my training and all, the next step I thought कि चलो, I got married. So my husband said that I would like you to do, start your own salon, do whatever it takes. I ended up having a salon with zero knowledge how to run one.
Run a salon.
It's like, you have coffee in a coffee shop. एक बात होती है, और तुम जब coffee shop चलाते हो खुद का,
Absolutely.
it's another story. And when you're working in a coffee shop also, it's another story. When you're working, okay, ये है. But the running of a coffee shop, it's a different story. I was just the one drinking coffee and probably doing one day, 2 day jobs in the coffee shop. I never thought of running my own.
Right.
So it was like that. So the salon started off like that.
Wow.
And from Lokhandwala, we moved to Borivali. From Borivali, we moved to another place in Borivali. And now it's almost 18 to 20 years that Salon Michelle Zindabad. Abhi tak.
Wow.
Super.
Wow.
Super. So Michelle, other than the salon thing, I also know that you've done a few other things, like I think you were dancing. So I mean,
Yeah.
can you tell us about that part of your life?
Salil, I started working at the age of 13.
13.
Okay,
Wow.
because 13, 1 and 3. My first job was Sunita Rao's choreographer Abid Dias. He had his little group of dancers, and we would perform for Christmas party or New Year party or private functions or fashion show के बीच में fillers. और उसका ना 500 रुपया मिलता था. And I'm talking about
way back.
I don't even know, 30 years ago, 33 years ago. Sorry, not 33. I'm 42 now, so you do the math. That many years ago, $500 was a lot of money, yaar.
Yes,
I was in my 8th standard. In my 8th standard, में 500 रुपया मतलब बहुत होता था.
बहुत.
So I started working like that, और वो शेर को खून का चस्का लग गया. Then in my 9th grade, Farah Khan saw me performing on stage, and she didn't know I was in the 9th standard. I joined her group, and my mom used to come with me for rehearsals, and they always knew I was the youngest of the group, so they used to call me Bebo. So they would say Bebo ye, Bebo wo, and I was very protected between Farah, Geeta, Lonji. They really protected me like I was the baby of the group, because I was. And it was only after my 10th standard when we were shooting down south for a South Indian movie, and I told that time no mobile phones and all. I said, Farah, मेरे को ना एक call करना है. She's saying that who you want to call now in between the shoot. I said, मेरा result आ गया. So she was like, क्या result आ गया? I said, 10th का. She was like, what? You're in the 10th and मेरे को jail में डाल देंगे for child labor. I didn't know you were in the 10th standard. But from my 9th standard right up till my graduation, I worked with Farah Khan exclusively, Farah, Lonji, Remo Fernandez. I worked with them, and I used to dance. We used to do music videos, adverts, stage shows, like the Femina Miss India, etc. All these, like, shows. If there was, like, for the Filmfare Awards or whatever, if there was a group performing and Farah was choreographing and meri chutti hoti thi, if it was a vacation or something, I could do it, I would do it. So I studied and worked pretty much simultaneously. And in those days, in my 11th standard, for doing 1 day shooting, we used to get 1,500 rupees. Wow. And that was, if I shot for 3 days, I made more money than my brother, who was an MBA and who worked for the whole month. In that time.
Yeah.
So it was more. Yeah, so I was the richest kid in college, richest kid everywhere around. I could just do what I wanted with the money, splurge it, do whatever. But I learned at a very young age that if you desire something, You don't suppress your desire. You don't wait for a tomorrow to get it. You don't wait for someone that they will fund it. They will fund you. You just go ahead and earn it.
Wow.
Work your ass off, and तुमको मर्सिडीज खरीदना है ना, इतना पैसा चाहिए ना, उतना काम करो, आ जाएगा मर्सिडीज. So dad was always of the belief that you I will provide you what you need. You buy what you want. तुमको 4 जूते चाहिए ना, तो तुम खरीदो ना, अपने पैसे से खरीदो. मेरा धर्म है एक देने की, मैं एक दूंगा. That kind of thing. So that upbringing was there. But having said that, dancing was the only thing I did for money. I hate to dance. I hate coming in front of the camera. But it was the money was so good that I said कि चलो भैया ये भी कर लेंगे. So it was like that. But dancing was never my forte. I was not very talented either. And
ये करना है.
I guess I was हाँ बस पैसे बड़े अच्छे थे उसमें. So that was my stint in dancing.
Wow. So this was something that you did
Salil,
without liking it, and you're still so good.
After
Sorry, Salil, I didn't get that. What did you say?
I said, you were doing something which you were not good at, and you were still picked up amongst, because it must have been very competitive that time also.
It was very competitive, and it was everyone's ambition के पहले रो में वो आना चाहिए. It was my ambition कि मैं last row में जाऊं कि कोई मुझे देखे ना. Because मुझे ना फेम चाहिए था, ना मुझे डांस हीरोइन बनना था, मुझे पैसे चाहिए था बस, जो end of the day फराह खान दे देती थी. So yes, but I was very well taken care of. The film industry is quite a shark tank, But I was that very protected shark that nobody wanted to attack me because I grew up there. So I was very well taken care of. Farah was like a mom to me, and so was Geeta. बड़ा अच्छे से मेरा ख्याल रखा. So I never had a problem with that.
Great. So it was always very
Salil, I have to
clear
ask.
that you're not going to
Salil. Wait.
Yeah, Manisha, go on.
Dad, you have to wait.
Dad? No, mom, dad.
Can you hear me, Salil?
Yeah, please.
You're not listening.
Go on.
So Michelle, the next question is, I don't know what was the calling, what was the karma, or what was the stuff. You got into a hospitality industry. Yeah, you got into having to being in the services industry, and you are someone who is extremely uninhibited, extremely, अगर मैं if I can say so, very मुंहफट, very कि भाई ये मतलब ये काला है और ये सफेद है. You are someone like that. जो call a spade for a spade. So how do you how did you see yourself, curbing your inner, मतलब आपका जो inner being hai, but at the same time being hospitable or being customer friendly? How were you able to get that in place?
Manisha, being a genuine nice person and being politically correct are two different topics. I'm a genuinely nice person. I am not politically correct.
Right.
I suffer of a disease called foot in the mouth disease. Every time I say something, I put my foot in the mouth. But anybody who walks into salon, Michelle, knows कि भैया अगर सच सुनना है इसके पास आओ. ये अच्छा बोलेगी, सच बोलेगी, लेकिन ये जरूरी नहीं है कि she will be the nicest to me. I try my best to. I am not a bad person कि कोई आएगा और ये काला है तू कि मोटा है. That's not my way. और मुझे वैसा लगता भी नहीं है. But for me, it also comes, Manisha, if you tune back to my training background. So what happens is when I used to visit salons to train, I used to see the stylist, if I may say, or the people there. अरे आपके बाल कितने पतले हैं, आपके फेस पे कितना पिंपल है, कितना पिंपल्स है और कितना पिगमेंटेशन है, आप ये करा लो वो करा लो. And I would see the spirit of that person from here becoming here. I would be like, मतलब तुम बेइज्जती कराने आते हो अपना पार्लर में कि क्या? So when I should note these things and say कि मेरा
Correct.
पार्लर होगा ना, मैं किसी को small feel नहीं कराऊंगी.
Right.
There is something beautiful in everyone, but you have to train your monkey, which is your brain, to identify that. If I look at Manisha, what is beautiful about Manisha is what should hit me, not what is ugly about her. So I that over the
True
years
that.
I trained my monkey to observe that, and I have always called a spade a spade. And if I may say, that has never worked against me, that has always worked in my favor. What has never worked in my favor is that I sometimes tend to give solid galis because मुझे बहुत मजा आता है गाली देने में. I enjoy it. बट बच्चे होते तो वो मुझे थोड़ा कंट्रोल करना पड़ता है कि वहां छोटा बच्चा है तो आई विल नॉट से एनीथिंग दैट्स नॉट पार्लियामेंट्री. बट अपने लोग, अपना जो जनरेशन है, अपनी जो एज ग्रुप है, दे आर यूज्ड टू इट. एंड उनको ऐसा अच्छा भी लगता है कि कोई है जो एटलीस्ट बोल सकता है. हम तो मन ही मन में दबा के रखते हैं. मैं नहीं मेरे मन में दबा के कुछ रखती हूँ, मुझे कैंसर नहीं होना. सो आई एम वेरी बोल्ड, वेरी मुंह फट. आपको बुरा लगता है तो 10 बार सॉरी भी बोलूंगी, बट यू विल नेवर गेट समथिंग बुरा टिल यू डोंट डिजर्व इट, विच इज वेरी रेयरली. सो मतलब कुछ ऐसा होता ही नहीं है, मुझे बोलना ही नहीं पड़ता है. I always, I don't think before I speak, Manisha. लेकिन my monkey is trained so well कि मुझे इतनी जल्दी बुरा भी नहीं लगता है कि तुम अगर कुछ कहते हो, I try and see कि तुम मेरे भले में क्या बोल रहे हो. What is in it for me कि तुम क्या बोल रहे हो. So there is no reason for me to bite you back.
Right.
Not you now, come on, Manisha. मैं तो generally बोल रही हूँ. So that's how you train. That's how you train your brain. कि कोई कुछ कहता है, see what is best for you. So वैसे तो in the salon line, they know कि if something, even if somebody comes with a terrible haircut, for example, like today, somebody came whose hair was so badly, almost fused together because that person couldn't stand a smoothing. किसी ने उसको स्ट्रेटनिंग कराया है, बाल एकदम फ्यूज हो गए, like a jata, you know, like how Shivji's hair was, like that, like a jata. So I saw that hair and she said मैंने स्मूथनिंग करवाया और ऐसे हुआ. I could have asked her कहाँ करवाया, देखो उसने कैसे किया है, आपके बाल जटा बन गए. She knows all that. She's not waiting to hear that from me. She's come for help. So my approach is कि don't worry, you're in the right place. If anyone can solve this, I can. हम लोग ऐसा ऐसा करेंगे, वैसा वैसा करेंगे, ठीक हो जाएगा, चिंता मत करो. Worst comes to worst, क्या है, बाल है ना, बढ़ जाएंगे, क्या हुआ उसमें. So although I'm extremely blunt, to your face, move fat, but I'm also nice. So that niceness kind of overshadows the stuff that I'm saying. The only time that I'm hardcore honest, हाँ मैं अच्छी,
किसी की जरूरत नहीं है.
मैं अपनी फेवरेट हूँ.
इसके लिए लोग उसको बेबो बुलाते हैं.
कोई, हाँ मैं अपनी फेवरेट हूँ. मतलब मुझे और किसी की जरूरत नहीं है. Of course. So वो हो जाता है, फिर इसलिए तो क्लाइंट्स वापस आ जाते हैं. कोई गाली खाने तो थोड़ी आता है वापस.
Wow. So, Michelle,
right.
I know that
Salil, you want to ask the closing question?
Yeah, I know that you have a
Closing
very
question.
interesting.
इतनी जल्दी बंद कर रहे हो मेरा टॉक, अभी तो टाइम है, सिर्फ 21 minutes हुआ है.
So I know you have a lots to share, and there's a lot of interesting things. But can you tell us one instance where you felt that एक तो wow जब आपको लगा कि where you did this haircut and it was like a wow moment for you, and one instance where you felt that you did the haircut and it was like, oh God, what did I do?
Yes. Well, wow instance अब मैं बोलूंगी तो मनीषा बोलेगी खुद ही करती है. Wow instance रोज होता है मेरा. हर haircut मुझे ऐसा लगता है wow क्या चीज है, खुद का बच्चा बहुत प्यारा लगता है. And if you believe it deep enough, the client also believes it कि wow क्या haircut हुआ है. So we both believe it. क्या मस्त किया है, क्योंकि I take a lot of time in consultation, Salil. तुमको अगर टाइम नहीं है ना तो salon Michelle में मत आओ, क्योंकि I will sit, I will talk to you, I will ask you what you like, what you don't like. I will analyze your personality and then I give you a haircut. For me, every haircut is a defining moment in my life, क्योंकि एक haircut बिगड़ जाता है ना तो फिर मतलब I can't even tell you, मेरी ऐसी तैसी हो जाती है. For the rest of the day, I'm in depression. So I'm very careful about that. And a haircut that I absolutely didn't like. You know, when we were in school, मुझे बहुत पहले सिखाया गया है, good haircut and a bad haircut is not the most technically sound haircut. A good haircut is what client को पसंद आया. Bad haircut is what client को नहीं पसंद आया. So it doesn't matter that bad haircut was absolutely technically sound. It doesn't matter. It could be that bad haircut was absolutely perfectly cut, but the client को नहीं समझ आया, तो it's a bad haircut. So ऐसा बहुत rarely होता है, लेकिन अगर एक आध बार हुआ भी है, I do not. एक बार हुआ. I remember very distinctly. There was a client. She was very depressed when she came to the salon, and उसके नीचे से बहुत बाल पतले थे. So I showed her कि मैं इतना काटने वाली हूँ, and somehow I had this thing. I will poke my scissors in your back and say कि इतना कर रही हूँ, इतना कर रही हूँ, कि तो उनको भी थोड़ा दर्द होए और पता चले कि इतना ही बोला है और इतना ही किया है types. So I did that और उसके बाल काटे. But since she already was not in a very good place, she absolutely hated the haircut, and she said, I नहीं पसंद आया, and she left the salon crying. You won't believe it, that night there was no dinner for me. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to, like, I was cut off. बात ही नहीं करनी. A week later that client called me back and she said कि मुझे तो नहीं पसंद आया, लेकिन मैं जहाँ जाती हूँ मुझे सब बोलते हैं कि अच्छा लग रहा है. I don't know कि वो compliment था कि गाली था, लेकिन that was the, हाँ, बाकी के लोगों को अच्छा लग रहा है, मुझे ही नहीं समझ आ रहा है. It's like that. So I was like, ठीक है भैया, सही बोल रही होगी. But it was like, that was the one haircut that I didn't know whether it was a bad haircut or a good haircut. But बाकी सबको अच्छा लगा, उसको नहीं समझ आया. So that was one. And good haircuts, Salil, Google page जरा खोलो और पढ़ो जरा reviews, पता चले.
So Usin, Usin, I was asking these questions to Radhika, but I guess she was the wrong person to ask this. So let me go ahead and ask you these questions. So one celebrity whom you feel badly needs a haircut, and उसको उसके बाल देखते ही तुमको ऐसा लगता है कि ला इसको पकड़ू और इसके बाल काट दूं ऐसे. Do you feel like that for anyone?
Kalki Cochin. I don't know why she does this to her hair. मतलब one worse than the other haircut she gets, and every time she comes I'm like, not again यार. मतलब कहाँ, मतलब नहीं समझ आता. काल्की के बाल नहीं समझ आते मुझे. मे बी मेरे से above, मेरे से एडवांस कैटेगरी के कट से मुझे नहीं समझ आते. Beyond me, काल्की.
And any celebrity that you feel like it's like a dream client, इसके बाल करने को बहुत मजा आएगा.
Salil, I've had celebrities in the past. I've done them.
Right.
And right. I know I might sound like an absolute bitch for saying this, but I like cutting normal people's hair better than celebrities, because celebrities they have a different approach when they approach you. Even if they are happy, they'll say, हाँ ठीक है, it's nice, it's okay. They'll never give you a hug and say, wow यार तूने क्या कर दिया, और message after half an hour saying, अरे मैं घर गई थी, पागल हो रहे मेरे haircuts के बारे में. Celebrities are on my backbencher because पैसे उतने ही देते, दिमाग और खा जाते हैं. But if you ask me my dream celebrity who I would love to cut her hair, it would be Deepika Padukone. And because my husband is a super fan of hers, so आएगी salon में तो मेरा थोड़ी इज्जत बढ़ेगी. I call my husband, देखो दीपिका के बाल काटे, and she's so beautiful कि कुछ मतलब trim भी दे दूँ, one straight line cut भी करूँ तो वो मतलब ऐसी लगेगी,
अच्छा लगेगा.
So हाँ, so Deepika.
Wow, great. Super, Michelle. So let me ask you, where, what do you look in terms of, what is the future for Salon Michelle? Where do you want to take
Salil,
this?
a lot of people have asked me that you're so senior, you've got so much experience, तुम branches क्यों नहीं खोलते हो? For me, Salon Michelle is a salon with a heart, and that heart is my heart. It cannot be in all places. It is where I am. So I want Salon Michelle one solo branch only, but I wouldn't mind if it makes money of 20 branches. I don't mind that. But I don't want branches. I don't want to go here and there. 20 salon का पैसा एक salon कमाए तो I am बल्ले बल्ले. But I don't want to expand to that extent that I don't have a life, Salil. I want to reduce the amount of hours I work and make more money in those hours.
Wow.
So it's my dream. If you ask me 5 years from now, I want to be the first salon in the world that has a 5-day week. 2 days for my
Wow.
girls and 2 days for me. 5-day week. I want to be the first salon in India who shuts his salon for 1 month and says vacation period. हम 1 मई से 31 मई पे छुट्टी मनाने जा रहे हैं. तो आपको अगर आना है ये पीरियड में, या तो अप्रैल में आओ या तो जून में. बट 1 मंथ शटर डाउन. तुम अपने गांव जाओ. क्यों मरूं मैं? मई का महीना में मरती हूँ. सब लोग को गांव जाना है, मेरा तो कोई गांव है नहीं. So I am stuck in Bombay doing shampooing and all the stuff I don't want to do. Ideally, even I want to go on vacation. But as of now, I cannot afford to do it because I have not reached that level. Okay, people will wait 1 month. People do wait for me. I would lie if I would say that. But shutter down करके 1 month जाऊं कहीं, उतनी हिम्मत नहीं है. But I promise you, I am doing a very, very brilliant program called Bridging Gaps. Sales excellence program. I've done the first part and I'm doing the second part. Being an A-level student, we are doing second part. So that course was a game changer for me where my business was concerned. Like I said earlier also, that I joined doing business without knowing the my बाप of business. I never had a mentor. कोई ये भी बोलने वाला नहीं था कि भैया स्टॉक्स ले लो, कि कोई ये भी नहीं बोलने वाला था कि डेटा इंपॉर्टेंट है. Before I joined my class, I deleted 3 years का डेटा और मुझे लगा कि I made space in my computer. I didn't realize कि इतनी बड़ी बेवकूफ हूं मैं कि 3 साल का डेटा मैंने उड़ा दिया. और 2 साल उसके पहले तो डेटा रखा ही नहीं. और उसके पहले कौन सा डेटा का डर नहीं मालूम था. So it's only after I joined the class that I realized that this is how you run a business, you know. And I wish I had Salil and Manisha when I started off my business. Maybe I would have had my 5-year plan happening now, where I could shut my salon for a month and 5 days week. Abhi ho sakta tha if I had you guys when I started. But like you said, 5 years later, I am dead sure that I am going to be there because I have you guys watching my back. So with IWBC, Salil and Manisha, I think I'm sorted. So I can have a 1 month's break.
So Michelle, with these kind of employee policies, I want to start working for you.
That's so I can work it. You can be my business personal coach. I will be happiest. So yes.
Cool. So anything from you, Manisha, or we have already exceeded our 30 minutes timeline. So maybe one parting question from you.
I think So so what I'm saying is that we have really exceeded, and the one word to describe Michelle, like the way she said, full of life, like the way she said, uninhibited, like the way she said that she has this monkey who is a trained monkey who cautiously keeps telling her कि ये अब बोलो या बोलो या बोल दिया तो जाने दो, जो भी है मन की बात सामने आ गई. So Michelle, the only question that I want to ask you as a question is, what is the advice that you would want to give to fellow entrepreneurs, probably from your same industry, salon industry, कि how should they take their career ahead?
See, women, if you're dealing with women, see, men are the most uncomplicated species on the planet. They come, they know what they want. थोड़ा इधर से ज़्यादा भी कट गए बाल, ठीक है ना, 10 दिन में बढ़ जाएंगे. They don't give you grief, and they don't have hormones that play tricks with them. But we women are very emotional. We are sentimental. We have our periods where we are feeling low, feeling good. When someone walks into your salon, for me, I look at that person as this is my God. Because when I close my eyes and I pray, I say, God, मेरे को गाड़ी दिला दो यार, मेरे को घर दिला दो या मेरे बच्चों की education करा दो, कि घर पे खाना दे दो, कि मेरा bill I want to be able to go and study abroad. Whatever your desires are, you put forth to your master. He grants them to you. For me, people, if I have a lifestyle, if I have a car, if I have a house, if I have food on my plate, if I have a life, whatever it is, if I can afford to buy the clothes I want, it's because of that client who walks into that door. So in my Bible it says that God
Right.
comes in various ways where you can't, वो लिख के नहीं आता I am God. He comes in different forms. And for me, I look at my client like God.
Right.
So if Jesus had walked into your salon, how would you have treated her? If Lakshmi came into your salon, how would you have treated her? You treat your client like that. You wouldn't
Wow.
think कि इसको कितना काटूं,
Wow.
इसको मैं ना 6,000 का बिल नहीं 12,000 का बिल चिपका दूं तो मेरा बस बने. नहीं, तुमको उसको 6,000 का काम करना है, 6,000 का 4,000 करके दो, वो तुमको 12,000 करके देगी. But you have to have faith. So don't treat your client like a number. Treat her like a person with emotions. Don't make her feel like shit. She knows कि उसको patches हो रहे हैं. She knows कि उसके बाल पतले हो रहे हैं. You don't have to rub it in her skin. You have a solution, you give it. You don't have a solution, shut your mouth. It's as simple as that. So you treat your clients with respect. You love them. They will love you back. And very, very important, if you're an entrepreneur and you have a
Wow.
salon, the one advice I will give you is that if your staff is happy, your clients are happy, period, full stop. There is no
Superb.
comma, there is nothing. You keep your staff happy, your clients are happy. You educate your staff. When I used to go as a trainer, I used to have salon owners who say, लड़कियों को नहीं सिखाना, क्योंकि सीखेंगे ना फिर पर आएंगे, फिर है ना उनको पगार ज्यादा चाहिए, फिर ना उड़ के दूसरे सैलून में जाएंगे. मेरे यहाँ भी इलेक्ट्रिशियन होता है, उड़ के चले जाते, बट not in 1-2 years. And if they are going, so what, yaar?
So what?
You've given them a way to earn
So
a
what?
living. It's like you give a man a fish, you teach him for a day, you feed him for a day, you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So give them that opportunity to earn a living, educate them, keep your staff happy, your clients will be happy. So this is my only two penny advice for people from my industry. And I
Wow.
think it goes for all industries. When a
Yes,
client is not stupid, they know कि तुम उसको चूना लगा रहे हो. They know. They
absolutely.
might not have the
Right.
Absolutely.
heart to
Right.
tell you to your
Absolutely.
face कि तुम मुझे पूरी दुकान बेच रहे हो, but they know it. तो तुम उनको ना उल्लू मत समझो. So you treat them
True.
with respect. Try and put yourself in their shoes. Okay, if you were that client, how would you feel? And your business will be a hit. और हाँ,
Very true.
sales excellence
Great.
करो भैया, नहीं तो you will lose money making stupid mistakes like how I did. I lost crores doing this rubbish.
True.
But yeah,
No, I think, but
learning.
Great.
those
Great.
were,
Great.
those that was a, uh, what do you call, pearls of, advice, like wisdom coming out. Like, I really believe that Atithi Devo Bhava is what you know
Yes,
wanted to say when
yes,
you treat a
You
customer like a god, and not look at it कि ये बकरा है, इसको अभी काटना है, कैसे भी करके इसका पूरा बिलिंग करना है.
absolutely,
And the second
absolutely.
thing which you said makes a lot of sense, that if your employees are happy, then your customer will automatically be happy, because that vibe,
Absolutely.
that whole positivity is something that will attract these customers, and they will want to come again and again. So I think
Yes.
brilliant, Michelle. Too good. I mean, this 35 minutes, or 38 minutes rather, was a fun journey, and I think you
Yes.
lie when you say that you're camera conscious. You're not camera conscious. Once you start, then it's very
I think you're a
difficult.
pro.
Uh, you're a pro
See,
at
where
this.
it comes to Manisha
You're
and Salil,
natural.
it's like घर का है. It's like
Yeah.
घर का है. So, it's like I'm so comfortable with you guys that it's great. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing.
So love this, love this. I think we'll have
Thank
to
you.
probably do a second season with this also, a second
Safarnaama.
season with
Yes,
Yes.
Michelle.
Safarnaama.
Yes. Yes.
So that we'll continue in this journey. But brilliant. Thank you, Michelle, for coming, and
Thank you.
thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
your journey
Thank
with
you.
all of us. And I'm sure
Yes.
it'll be an inspiration to a lot many people, and to live life to the fullest, to live life every minute, and
Yes.
with so much enthusiasm and energy. So thank you.
Yes.
With that, on that note, I think
Thank
we'll
you.
say bye bye, good evening,
Thank you.
and happy weekend.
Shabak khair.
Shabak khair.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Shabba khair. I know. Happy weekend.
Thank you. See you guys. Bye.
See you. Bye.